tough. I'm a pretty emotional person when it comes to stuff like that, but I love you all, and I've been around for a long time, but we're ready to go pulling. How about it? You guys ready to go pulling tonight?
That's right, you have been around for a long time. He is so old, ladies and gentlemen, that he was around when God had wooden tricycle wheels. All right, let's go do it. A big thank you to Signature Sound. Pete Mendez, you've had a heck of a day. Pete went above and beyond to find the sound suitable for the harness racing today. Clear up in the corner, he had a piece of wire that was not as good as it should. That out. All the shit happened behind me.
All right, looks like Jared Hunter out of Howell, Indiana, 1981 Chevy here tonight. Up the Trump train. Here we go, 2001 GMC. Well, look at that. He waxed his head the night before he started. Ohio, the heavy equipment operator. Nice shot for Brian right there. Nice shot on that small block right there. Going forward. On the edge, did you see the side of the frame there? Looks like somebody shot it. Oh man, oh man. Come on, Albert. Let's go, Albert Richards, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in Clear, Ohio. Smoking. Oh, look, I think it's a diesel. Oh, it's a diesel, okay. 234 and 30 progress, 234 and 30 progress right there. Oh, uh-oh. Rats, G. Hang on. Check that kill switch, guys. so here we go. Here's our first truck back in the class. Richard Knapp out of Lyons, Ohio, 2,500. Here we go. Our final truck in the class. Albert's distance was 80 feet and 80 feet .876. All right, here's your top 5 rundown here, your street stock gas class. All right, Jared Snyder out of Sand Creek, Michigan, coming your way, a 2003 Ford. That's about like riding the sheep backwards. Look at her. Here she goes. Well, pretty nice runway down there for Jalen right there, and a 2017 Ford here tonight. And 4. That's going to be your new number 1 out here tonight. That's going to bring up Dylan Fump. Evan Chappis, you're on deck, and Dylan Reiser, you are in the hole.
Oh, dude, he's got the company truck.
I was going to say, nothing like, hey, boss, I'm borrowing the company truck tonight. Dylan Fump, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Come your way. Looks like we got 26 farm stock trucks in your class for you here tonight. Excuse me, 25. Then we're going to roll to into your limited street tonight. Looks like we got about 6 or 7 in that class. Dodge fans, what do you think? And look at that, huh? Also, I just want to let you know there will be no mosquitoes in Fulton County tonight, fans. No mosquitoes in Fulton County tonight. Going right straight down the track, and if you notice, fans, that in front. Well, thought she was going to stop with him there for a minute, but he kept right on going. All right, here we go. Green flags are in the air right there. Troy Schroeder, ladies and gentlemen. Dodge fans, here you go. Well, also like to say a big thank you to Earl Mechanical, family owned and operated. Earl Mechanical Service provides professional. All right. Are you nervous, ladies and gentlemen, out of Wauseon, Ohio? Ladies and gentlemen, I would pronounce his last name, but it is a bunch of blue lines is all it is. Well, tell you what, didn't look like there's a lot of weight on that left front tire, but he did pretty decent going down through there here tonight. Still chasing 344 feet laid down by Evan Chapman.
Craig Marble right there. Here it is. Listen to it.
All right. Very much for being up here, Johnny, on the spot with us tonight. All right, Chad Stewart's distance out of Sylvania, Ohio. Oh boy, looky here. He's got his go faster lights on here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to make him go a whole lot faster. Here we go. All right, here we go, fans. Cody Damon coming to you out of Napoleon, Ohio. Down there a couple weeks ago, fine fair down that way. They're Friday and Saturday night. Friday night, Mr. Denver was with me Saturday night. What a great night we had. Nice red laid down there. Brent Mingus out of Sturgis, Michigan. Halfway through the class here tonight, folks. Your farm stock class. We're going to roll right into. Denver, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
You know, you see them minis walking back and forth side to side like it's going down a track.
Yeah.
Would they let me have one of them and put wider tires on it so I didn't do that as much?
Or our sled operator is quick enough to pull the plug on them.
All right, Scott Stearns coming to you out of Bowling Green, Ohio, 2007 GMC here tonight.
Ryan tapping that left brake all the way down the track right there. 264 and a 72. 264 and 72 for Brian Beckstein. 264 and 72 right there. James, right now, Papa's day off. You'll be up next.
Hi, Bradley Palmer. Well, nice run. 2004 Chevy. Lamar Evie.
Hang on to a Rob right there, right on the cowboy.
Oh, we're back in the company truck.
This tractor is in memory of his father and his first Sphinx cat. Wow. Grew up in a small town and we had lots of bulls.
Oh, boy. Then you all say, oh. Looks like you're going to have to hire a welder. How about a big round of applause for him, fans, right there? Huh? He starts welding school tomorrow. Squirrely Shirley App right there, fans. Scott's
Distance for Gray Marble with the Dark Angel 254 flat. And the distance for Shirley Knapp with the Barely Legal 300.97.
Well, Chevy fans down there knocking on the door. What are you thinking, huh? we go. Brett Smith. Limited street drivers.
It's the All-American right there out of Reese, Michigan. Paul is a farmer coming up to the track right away here. Once again, guys, keep them going. Keep them coming up the track. Setting on the rail. Get off the rail. Move back.
Fans, that just goes to show you what we're like around here. Young man didn't have a hitch. His hitch wouldn't work on his truck, and he come here from Hicksville, so not that far to run, but you know what? We was all fair about it. Got him, somebody let him borrow a hitch, so he was able to pull here. Cober, out of Defiance, Ohio. Rollers here this weekend. Also JCK Motorsports as well. They've been here all weekend long. Taking it right down there, 279 and a 7's what he's got to beat here tonight. So we'll see where Cody goes.
201 and 05.
Head to the starting line, please, on the infield track. Either the Maumee Valley polling member to grab a roller tractor and head to the starting line of the infield track, please. Nice run laid down there. George Grimm, ladies and gentlemen, of Bowling Green, Ohio. All right, George Grimm right here. 327 feet and 4. Another nice run right there on Max Overley. Well, Ford fans down there knocking on the door. Jason, 327 and 4, laid down by George Grimm. That was, but you know, they always told me you can get more corn in a crooked road than you can a straight road, so. Well, down there knocking on the door, real close. Superfield's going to be Brian Combine. I need all semis and big block rails.
291 and 77.
All right, fans, who's here to watch some tractors tonight? Here we go, our first track class of them here tonight. On the infield side. Oh, not what he wanted to have happen here tonight. Brian Card, ladies and gentlemen, John Deere. Joseph Rose out of Oakwood, Ohio, International 1066.
Looking for that white snake on the other side. Look how close he got right there. He must have like a camera on the front of that thing.
All right, Weston Loaders, here we go. Oh, Weston Loaders. Right down there knocking. Here we go, Gray. Either infield side, Wade Walters, Continental, Ohio.
That's there, yes sir, that young man does. I drive one for pleasure, right there.
All right, Case fans, here you go. A Case 1030 coming to you out of Brooklyn, Michigan, Devin Schwab.
She done drove a little ways to get here. Come on, Scott. JBM Farms on there. I don't know why Apple Farms doesn't come over here to Fulton County Fair. I think maybe they ought to, you know.
So John Mausel's distance, 304 feet, 304. It's going to be quick keeper out of Fulton, Ohio.
Beth Ann Scott Fremont Pike, Miss Smokey, right there, the ladies. Here comes Beth Ann. Here is the truck that's been running pretty doggone good lately. How many folks know these two trucks, huh? Yeah. They've been all over their heading out here. Head, what do they say? Missouri next or some? No, on farther out, Missouri, yeah. For next weekend. Yeah, all over all summer long.
Here we go, Trent Coopstall, Lyons, Ohio.
You're supposed to take the sled with you. Wait a minute. Cubic inches, plus or minus 2%. Well, yeah, you know.
All right, Evan Chambliss, here we go, 2006 Dodge.
Blocks and head on these motors must be cast iron, must be.
Martin Kinder with that half and half truck right there. Half and half. Go. Bradley Palmer.
Hey folks, get over to see Big Daddy's over there on the infield side. So congratulations, everybody. Nice shot.
All right, here we go. Brian Ringstecker, ladies and gentlemen, out of Delta, Ohio. Here you go, 2006 Chevy. Hey, our hats off to Lawrence Brothers for the scraper and rollers out here this weekend. Also to JCK Motorsports as well. Thank you both for being out here all weekend long with us tonight, this weekend here. 97 Dodge Ram.
Tow tractor, please. American Big Block Rail side. Tow tractor, please.
Doctor's right, so I'm sorry. Yeah. Here he goes, Ryan, yeah. Come on, Ryan. Transport aircraft used in World War II. Out of Brooklyn, Indiana.
And the distance is 287 and a 332 for Charlie with a buzz buggy. All right, guys and gals.
Well, here we go. Blake Plott, I believe it is, ladies and gentlemen, out of Michigan. Well, not a bad run late down to the street by Howard. Oh, digging, it's so the end of the track, ladies and gentlemen, baby. Baby. All right, nice run there on the International, 1960. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, right here on Archibald, Ohio, 2007 GMC. Down there knocking on the door, chasing 330 and 2. What do you think, finish line fans? Did he get him or not? Chasing 330 feet. Final truck in the class there. All right, here we go. Here's your distance. He was chasing 330 and 2, laid down by Zach D. How do they do that? They do that with the cheap trimmer. I'm in. I hope that steering wheel never comes loose. They have a ball. These guys
Started this whole epidemic right here.
Here we go, fans.
You know, I just thought about that. What's that, buddy? That 30-foot wide track that, you know, we're required to have seems like I-70.
There we go. Nicholas getting the boost filled up, ready to turn her loose. See if he can hit to Jackson.
Pay attention, Tri-State Heavies, Tri-State Heavy Zingers,
Well, Jacob Thomas getting ready to come your way on the other track. Calls it non-profit out of Grand Rapids, Ohio.
.57, 270.57.
that didn't sound good, but Jacob Thomas right there out of Grand Rapids, Ohio, calls that truck non-profit. I think I was a shit.
Riding cowboy! He wasn't giving up either, that's for sure. He was not giving up. 6 and a 6.4, 296 and 6.4 for Kenton. Thanks, Kenton. All the tractor named maybe.
Nice run, let Jason 330. He's going to be just a tick bit short here. You know, Pete and I was just talking back there, Denver. Get a mower deck on one of them, well, you get done in no time. Uh-oh, that wasn't good.
Man, he had fire coming out of that and the whole deal right there. Oh. And Brian dropped. And so he'll go coming out here. Ow!
Well, that's not what you want to see, but at least you got her shut down there, ladies and gentlemen.
You can, if you will, please.
Here we go, our final truck in the class, Larry Marwelli out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, ladies and gentlemen. The Sugar Booger. Red sled putting some hurting on some of them tonight out here, folks. Making them do a little bit of talking here tonight.